Comrades and friends, I am a happy man tonight. As I look at this crowd, I feel it. I feel victory. Antigua and Barbuda, we have a new government on the 13th of June, 2014. The Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party will form the new government. I know it. And comrades and friends, I want to tell you this. The first seat to be declared will be St. John's City South. That's not a threat. That's a promise. They can say what they want. They can say what they will. But at the end of the count, Cutie Benjamin will be in Parliament again. Without a doubt, without a single doubt, Cutie Benjamin for St. John's City South. Comrades, I want to talk to you tonight. I want to have a little talk with you. Don't you want to have a life? A life that is full of love. A life where you can get what you want. A life where you can put your hand in your pocket and go to the supermarket and buy your goods. Don't you want to know that when you go to bed at night, you feel safe? When you women walk the streets at night, that you know you will not be robbed. When the businessmen close their businesses, they will not be robbed by gunmen. When during the day, at the gas stations, people wouldn't come with shotguns and rob you. When, Blondell, you turn your tap on at Belmont, you have water to bathe with. For weeks, we haven't got water in Belmont and Briggins. And yet, your bills are so high, you're wondering what you're paying for. You're paying for air. For AIR, ear. You, the people of this nation, you have an obligation. This government has failed you. Let me tell you, I know for a fact that you are worse off today than you were in 2009. You are worse off today. You can't get jobs. You can't pay your bills. If that's the case, why are you supporting the UPP government? I ask all of you listening to me tonight, why are you supporting the UPP? We have had 10 years of pain, 10 years of suffering, 10 years of despair. Tell me, I ask you, name me one project that this government has done. Tell me one good thing this government has done. We will keep the school meals program. We will keep the uniform program. We will make them better. We will make certain that those poor children wouldn't have to pay $5 a week for food. Under the leadership of a young, dynamic, intelligent man, we will rescue this nation. We'll make it safe. We'll make it sound. We'll make you be proud once again to be Antiguans and Barbudans. Tonight, my duty, very briefly, is to talk about crime. Everywhere you go in Antigua, there's crime. Every day you walk, somebody being shot. Every day you walk, people are being robbed on the streets. Down in Ovals, up there in Clear Hall, over there in Golden Grove, down there in the Prime Minister's constituency in Queens Bay. Don't you want to have a government that can give you safety when you go to sleep? Well, this is what the Antigua Labour Party is going to do for you. We are going to make certain that we have what we call a committee of ex-police officers. People like Mr. Pompey, Mr. Smith, Mr. Martin. They will be organized to advise the Minister of National Security to make certain that we have plans and programs to protect you. We shall make sure that when you go to bed to sleep, you can rest in peace and in tranquility. Comrades and friends, if you go to the top of High Street, and you draw a circle 3 miles around, 90% of the crime is committed within that area. In Pickett's, in Clear Hall, in Point, in Green Bay, in Browns Avenue, in North Grove. Those are the crime areas. And tell me, if you have a government that knows what it's doing, why can't they solve the crime position in Antigua and Barbuda? This government, yesterday on a program, a man named Dr. St. John, from a professor in the university, said between 2010 and 2013, crime has increased in every aspect, from larceny, from murder, from robbery. Everywhere there's crime, and yet this government has done absolutely nothing to protect you. So what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? You police officers who work so hard, you get up in the mornings, you go to work. You leave your families at home, you go to work. And what do you get for that? Nothing. But promotions in the police force today is based not on what you can do, but on who you support. So what happens is that men who serve hard, men who find and solve crime are left behind. There's a man, a taxi driver I call him, a man who teaches people to drive. He started as a corporal just about 10 years ago, and now he is inspector of police, and he has done nothing except to be the driver for the prime minister. And people who are outside there in the field, sweating day and night, fighting to protect you, they get absolutely nothing. Well, comrades and friends, Antiguans and Barbudans, listen to me. Listen to me. The Antigua and the Barbuda Labour Party, we have already put plans in place. We have identified skilled police officers. They'll come to the communities. We'll make certain that we get among the gang leaders. We're going to solve the problems within the gangs. We're going to make certain that we invite them to come in and make peace among the gang members. We're going to make sure that we grow this economy. So when the economy is grown, jobs will be available. Because once there is work, people will feel pride. Once there is work, people will make money. Once there is work, people won't have time to steal. But when there's no work, people must find money to support themselves and their children. Comrades and friends, we recognize in Antigua and Barbuda that there are many arms coming to this country. What are we going to do about that? We intend at the Deepwater Harbor to have special equipment made so we can look into and x-ray those containers to discover whether arms and ammunition are there. We will make certain that we stop the gun crimes in this country. What has this government done? Just talk, more talk, and all that there is talk. At one stage, comrades and friends, we had a policy in Antigua where we would get informants to come and tell us what's happening before the crime comes. But yet, because there's no confidentiality in the police force, people are afraid to come forward and to give information. Well, I will tell you this. Comrade Samantha Marshall and I, we have sat down together. We have drafted plans already. We have held meetings with those in authority. We have put plans in place, and I can assure you, within 6 months from the date that we form the new government, we will have crime under control. We will make you safe. That is a promise. We already know exactly what we're going to do. We have come tonight to talk to you, to let you recognize you must vote well. Vote. Think about your life. Think about your children. Think about your safety. And I'm sure that when you vote on the 12th of June 2014, you will vote for the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party. This government has done nothing for you. The police officers, crimes are committed in Willikis. When you call the police to come out, there is no transportation. No transportation at all. We can't have this kind of thing in this country. You go down to Heritage Key. People come off the ships in order to do their shopping. They are stolen, they are beaten. People go to the beach, and on the beach they're robbed. People are robbed on the beach. Antigua and Barbuda is getting a reputation that there is no crime-fighting policy in this state. We have got to bring a stop to that. We have got to make certain that when you go to bed, I repeat it, when you go to bed at night, when you walk the streets during the day, that you're safe. When the gas station owners do their businesses, that they will not be robbed. Look at what happened some days ago at Old Prime Road during the high day. People went into Western Union and robbed the people at gunpoint. Look what happened recently right across the road at Little Canton. Saturday morning, Sunday morning, the man went to his business place. He was robbed. Look what happened at M&M. Look what happened at these gas stations. This cannot continue in Antigua and in Barbuda. Now, comrades, let me ask you this question. Are you better off today than you were in 2009? Are you going to live your life like this any longer? Aren't you going to vote the UPP out of power? Well, let me tell you, from east to west, from north to south, you must do the right thing. Vote for the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party. We have got the experience, we have got the youthfulness, we have got the experience and intelligence to make certain that we make Antigua and Barbuda a beautiful country once more to live in, where we'll give you jobs to choose from, where we'll make you safe in your home, where the police force will be safe, where the ONDCP officers will be safe, where the defense force will feel good, because we shall reward them for the work that they perform. Comrades and friends, as I leave you tonight, let me say this to you. Think, vote your conscience, and I'm sure that at the end, when you vote, not only will St. John City South, because I tell you, we are coming home first. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, they are gone this time for true. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, the UPP government is gone this time for true. God bless you. I love you. Have a wonderful evening. Be good. Bye-bye.